everybody, it's Sammy. Just so you know, I am future Sammy. You are about to watch a video of past Sammy because past Sammy, for some reason, didn't record an intro, or the computer didn't do the intro recording part. So yeah, future Sammy here to say hi and hello, and no makeup, by the way. In the middle of editing, and I needed my intro, so I wanted to say hi. I love you guys, and I will see you guys with the stories in like 2 seconds. So without further delay, here are the childhood stories starring me. This first story, I think, just emphasizes my character as a child. I don't know, just even now, I don't know, it's fucking... This first story is about the time my mom got me a custom-made doll. It was a custom-made Raggedy Ann doll. I don't know. It was apparently really expensive. My mom had to like call somebody that she knew and have somebody that they knew make it, and like because she knew somebody that knew the somebody that made it, she got it at a discount, so it would have been normally more expensive, but it was still really expensive, I guess. So she was not very happy at the circumstances that took place that I will be sharing with you guys. So what happened is my mom got me the doll. Super cute. I liked it. I remember liking it. She doesn't think I liked it just because of what happened. But because of what happened shows you that I liked it, you know? Like, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have been playing with it. Because I was a child, you know, that's what children do. And sorry I'm touching my mouth. It feels like I have fucking hair in my mouth, because, you know, that happens when you have long hair. Okay, back to the story. Me and my brother were outside for some reason. In the morning, I had the doll. We were just being children, and for some reason we got the bright idea that it would be really funny to grab her by her hair and just like start swinging her. Okay, just so you know, this was a custom-made, like handmade doll, which is why it was so expensive and had to go through the somebody that knew the somebody or whatever. But because it was custom made, the hair was made of yarn, and the yarn was just one big strand that she just, you know, just one strand. So when we grabbed it, it wasn't like it all just like came out. It was like just got really long, and she went from having this like beautiful short curly like Annie almost type hair to having just like this big old like chunk of just long hair and just baldness everywhere else. Almost like a samurai, yes. I was trying to think of like what has hair just on the top and everywhere else shaves. She was a hardcore gingered samurai after me and my brother got a hold of her. So yeah, we were just swinging her and laughing and just, oh my god, I remember this is one image I have specifically, is just us swinging her. One of my most vivid memories. And of course my mom got very mad and sad, but you know, I still kept her and hugged her and played with her. But fun fact, after all of this happened, I had a crazy nightmare about her. 2 or 3 days later, me and my mom were watching King Kong. I'm pretty sure it was King Kong, and there was like this like lighthouse for some reason in the movie. I don't even know, this could be my memory like skewing things up, but I remember somehow a fucking lighthouse in the ocean from the movie, and I dreamt about that lighthouse, and I dreamt I was like in the top. I was sleeping, and it was daylight, like I was just waking up or something, and I had like the blanket, and I was like hiding under the blanket. And for some reason, the Raggedy Ann doll was in a bird cage, a golden bird cage across the room, and it just like was locked, and the lock just like broke, and the cage door swung open, and I was just like sitting there terrified, hiding behind the blankets in my dream, and then she just like leapt out of the cage and attacked me. Like she had these big old teeth, and she's like, I don't know. It was a crazy dream. And then from like her mouth, it like faded into black, and for some reason I was in the theater that King Kong like destroyed, because I'm pretty sure he destroyed the theater. Obviously I didn't see the movie that much, so I don't remember it, but there was a theater part, and then he broken, and instead of it being King Kong, it was some furry monster. I wasn't the Raggedy Ann doll, but that was just, yeah. Side note to that. Also, side note, we are losing sunlight. Yeah, you just saw that, like, flash of sun as I moved my curtain. So I'm gonna hurry with these stories as much as I can, because I can ramble. Okay, so story number 2 of Sammy's craziness was the time I was in 1st grade. Yes, I was in 1st grade at the time. We and my friends, we were in recess. Yeah, it was recess. It was like the lunch recess. You know, that recess was always the longest and the littest, the coolest, the funnest, yeah. The bestest of the best recess was lunch. So we were at lunch recess and we were playing with the kindergartners. Well, we never did this in 1st grade. We normally stuck to ourselves, me and my friends. We were like a group of 3, so we didn't need those fucking kindergartners. Well, for some reason, we wanted to play with them and they wanted to play with us, so we ended up playing with them, and for some reason we were playing cats and dogs. I did not like cats when I was a child, because I always grew up with dogs. Now I have a very special place in my heart for both cats and dogs, but when I was a child, I resented cats for whatever reason, just because I never grew up with them is probably what it was.
Hey everybody, Future Sammy here, part 2. So, after that epic tongue twister, I basically didn't know how to segue back to my childhood mischiefs, and as a result, I made this beautifully aesthetic face. So, you're welcome.
Well, we were playing cats and dogs, and I chose to be a dog since I despised cats, so I'm team dog. Okay, so I'm repping team dog, and me and this girl, we're playing. For whatever reason, I'm barking at her, and she's like hissing at me, so I'm just like, just barking at her, okay, because she's on this like monkey gym thing, and I guess that was her thing to like hide on, and she's like, shh, shh, shh. She just hisses at me, you know, and like scratches. So I'm barking and she continues to hiss and claw in the air. Well, one of her clawings got a little too close and she scratched my throat. Well, she had really, really long nails, so it ended up bleeding, and like it didn't like cut me terribly, but it was like it ripped some skin, and I remember there being some specks of blood, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck, this hurts, what the fuck did you do? Also, side note, I remember not crying. I had a friend, her name was, we're gonna call her H-Dog for right now. So H-Dog, she was a homie, and she's like, oh my god, Samantha, what the fuck happened? And she was very motherly-like, so she escorted me to the teacher and was like, look what happened. She felt all bad for me, and she was all proud of me that I didn't cry, so yeah, I was proud of me, I didn't cry too, because I cried a lot when I was a baby. When I was a child, and that's okay. So yeah, also, side note to this story, I ended up going to the principal's office, she ended up getting called in, and then we both ended up having to miss recess. Well, I didn't really get the whole story when I was a kid, other than the fact that me and her both had to miss recess, and it was the longest, littest recess we had to miss. I don't know. Fuck cats and dogs. Oh, yeah, so the reason why I ended up having to miss as the victim, because I remember being, like, little 1st grade Sammy and being like, this is bullshit. Why the fuck do I need to stay in for lunch recess when I was the one that was attacked? Well, apparently I wasn't the only one that thought this. Obviously, my mom thought so too, and they ended up calling her in or whatever. You know, I didn't get all these details when I was in 1st grade, you know, because they try to keep secrets from kids. Well, recently, since I knew I was going to make a video about this, I asked my mom exactly what all happened. Well, and she shared with me the meeting that went on between her and the principal at the time. Well, what ended up happening is the principal wanted to only keep me in for lunch recess and let the other girl go away scotch-free, because, you know, apparently, when you scratch somebody, you can fucking still go to recess. Lunch recess, mind you, and if you get attacked, well, fuck you. You have to read boring-ass books for 30 minutes in the fucking principal's office. Well, my mom thought that was some big old booty, and told her straight up, that doesn't make sense. So because my daughter was the quote-unquote victim of this situation, she needs to end up staying in. Well, it was only because my mom bitched that the other girl had to stay in for lunch recess too. Yeah, because originally it was only supposed to be me. So, I don't know. My teacher did not like me. Or principal. Not just the fucking teacher. It was the motherfucking principal my mom pissed off. The last story I want to share with you guys, because, like, literally we have no lighting other than the little salt rock lamp. Baby, you're firework. But anyways, so the last story of the day is one of my most favoritist childhood memories, and that is the time that I threatened to kick a boy in the quote-unquote pee-pee. Yeah, and I'm getting sent to the principal's office for that one, too. Let's just say, there's a common theme of, like, rebellion here. Yeah, there still is. But anyway, so the story was me and my little girlfriends at the time. We were in pre-K. So not kindergarten, but pre-K. So we were like 5 years old, you know, it was like the daycare shit, whatever. Well, they have this like little playground area at my school for the preschoolers and pre-kindergartners. And we were in our little play box fenced off area. Well, they obviously have all the toys and shit that you can play with. Well, me and my little girlfriends, we decided to play Clubhouse. And there was like this monkey bar gym thing, you know, the little monkey. We were playing inside of that. Well, it was like in like a sandy pit or something, so we wanted to make because that was going to be our clubhouse, we wanted the floor to be all nice and neat, because we're girls, and we like things to be pretty and perfect and neat. At least when we were little girls, you know. So we were straightening up the dirt on the bottom of the monkey house, which was our clubhouse. I don't remember if we had a clubhouse name. We probably did. Well, the whole point is the fucking boys came and just kicking the sand like boys, you know, they were being douchebags, and they kept fucking with the sand, and I'm like, dude, you need to fucking stop. I'm getting pissed, you know. I got mad, and they did this a couple times, okay? They didn't just get through once. They, like, came in, fucked it up, and ran away laughing. Did it another time, and the third time they came and did it. Okay, well, the second time I was like, ugh, I am done with this. I will say something the next time they come back. I told, like, you know, all the little girls. And then they came back and fucked up the sand, and I told one of them specifically, we're going to call him M-Dog. So M-Dog, he was like the little leader of the little boy group, and I guess I was the leader of the girl group. At least while I said this, I wasn't the leader, but, you know, I was like, M-Dog, you need to freaking stop. You and all your neat little friends need to stop fucking up our sand clubhouse, and I'm gonna kick you in the pee-pee. I straight up said that. Because we had just had this, like, molestation safety class, and they told us that, like, our private areas, you know, are considered the pee-pee. So just call this and this girl's the pee-pee area. And fun side note fact to that, I didn't realize that pee-pee stood for private part until I was in 6th grade. Yeah. Go Sammy. Anyways, back to the story. So I told him my, you know, statement, and he got so upset. You know, he just, like, looked at me just, like, disgusted, like, fucking dare you fucking tell me that shit, bitch. And I was just, I don't know, he got mad, and he looked me in the eye. That's what he did. He just looked at me, and he's like, I'm gonna tell the teacher. When you are a child, that is, like, the worst thing another child can do to you, is to tell on you. Like, that is crossing the line. That's when you know you're no longer home. That's when you know you done fucked up, you know, or you're gonna get in really fucking trouble, or, yeah. Worst thing that could happen to you when you're 5 years old. So I started freaking out. I got so upset, because I knew I would get in trouble for saying that, you know. I just got so mad that he was doing this, and there were, like, no repercussions for him. So I ended up saying that. And, yeah. Oh, and okay, so this is the funny part. The part that I lost all of my pride. No shame I have, apparently, at 5 years old. Anyways, so I literally dropped to my knees and started begging him to not tell the teacher. I remember, like, grabbing him by the leg and, like, being like, dog, please don't tell. And he still told. And then I remember getting called up with him, and I remember just like, okay, because he walked away as I was like grabbing onto his leg to not let him go tell. So he ended up going to tell anyways, and I'm just like sitting there, I'm like, fuck. Just gotta fucking wait. And then they called me over, and then I remember them being like, so what happened? And I told them they fucked up the sand in our clubhouse, and they're like, well, that doesn't matter, it's unexcusable what you said. And I'm like, well, fucking course, it's always me. So then I ended up going to the principal's office, and they called my mom, and apparently, I don't remember this, but my mom told me, good job, Samantha. She patted me on, like, in teacher, like, principal's office, she's like, you know, seeming all disapproval, and then we go in the parking lot, and she's like, that's my girl. So that's probably why the little rebellion in me stayed active, because it was always encouraged. Well, you guys, I'm gonna end the video here, because it's, like, fucking dark, you can barely see me, but that's okay, because I had fun hanging with you guys, and I hope you guys had fun I had fun hanging out with you guys today. Hope you enjoyed hanging with me. And if you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to hang out with me in the future, I'll be back next week. So you know what to do if you want to see me again. Press that little red button. I love you guys. I'll see you again really soon. Next week. Whatever day this is uploaded. I'll see you in a week. Love you guys.